Everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here with another Organize with Me. And I have quite a few, well, less now, but I had quite a few of these iris trays or containers that were just filled to the brim with different sticker packs, die cut packs, 12 by 12 sticker sheets. There's a couple there that I'm like, that's where you are. Because when I was going through the drawer with the stickers, I'm like, okay, there's a whole bunch missing. Where are they? Now, I have to go through my room again and kind of see if I have any more. I think I'm almost at the end of iris containers that are just filled with embellishments. So what I'm doing first is I'm going through the whole thing and I'm putting like things together. So what I'm holding in my hand here is word stickers, and I actually have a drawer that is word stickers. Now, does that drawer need to be organized? Absolutely, but that's a task for another day. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking all the stickers that are words and I'm bringing them over to that drawer. Then I'm going to take out my drawer that I got from Michael's, and it's all divided, and I'm going to take the 6 by 12 stickers and I'm going to put them in that drawer. Now, are they all messed up? Not like stickers with like stickers, like whether I decide that I'm going to put them by company or by event or, Christmas, Halloween, that kind of separating. Are they done that way? I'm talking about that drawer right there. No, they're not. But everything will be in there so that when I get to that drawer, when I get to organize that drawer, I know that I'm not going to end up with 100 more sticker sheets that I need to put in there. So that's probably going to be one of the last things I do, because I want to make sure that I got everything from everywhere else and put it in there. Now, a lot of the stickers are too long, so what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the top off, and I still want to remember who made that sticker sheet, so then I'm just taking my stapler and I'm stapling it to the side. And I kind of like this because this probably took me maybe 25 minutes to clean out that iris container, like to put everything where it needs to be, because at this point I really need to at least put the stuff where they're supposed to be. Maybe it's not organized in that drawer, but at least it's where it needs to be. So it's a lot of steps. It's a lot of, okay, I'm putting everything all together and then I'm moving it to the next thing. As you can tell, the word drawer, that's what it looks like. So it's a little messy, but we'll get to that one another day. Now, I did put in a lot of stuff that had kind of partial words in there too, and I'll figure out if I want that to go somewhere else on that day. Now, I do have an iris container where I'm putting all the bits and pieces, and I put everything in there, and then one day I'll clean that out and figure out what I'm going to do with it, because right now I have no idea. Now, some of those drawers that you're seeing there, they're full of die cut packs. So a lot of the die cuts packs, I just shove them in that drawer, and those need to be organized again. And then I put my chipboard 12 by 12 together, and I put my 12 by 12 stickers together. Instead of taking out the collection and putting it with it, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put them there. And then when I end up with a lot of them, then I can take out the collection or the collections and put them away, because it was getting to be that I was taking them out every week and it was just a little too much. Now I'm tackling a big thing. So this week we're really only cleaning out 2 things, because I decided to tackle or start tackling my stamps. We're just going to do one drawer today, but I know this is the one that's going to take me the longest because I'm actually making my categories. Now, if you see here, I did make stickers with my little, it's called a Nimbo printer, and it's a thermal printer, and it's going to cause me some issues a little later, you'll see. But I love this thing. And at one point, I'm going to go get my iPad, because I have the app on my iPad. I have it on my cell phone and I have it on my iPad, and where I film with my iPhone, I kind of needed to go get my iPad so I could show you how easy it is to make those stickers. And somebody asked me last week, like, how do you keep track of where everything is? Like, none of your drawers are labeled. Well, some of my drawers are labeled because I started labeling with that little printer. But I've been working in that room for about 8 years now. So I kind of know, oh, I need a tag. All my tags are there. Oh, I need words. All my words are there. Oh, I need inks. All my inks are there. You know, my inks are on the wall, but I do have some inks in drawers, which, by the way, that reminds me, I need to get more of those CD holders so I can put the rest of my inks up on the wall. And then it clears up some drawers. And I don't know if you noticed, but that iris container that we were doing, that is empty now. So I think I'm up to 4 or 5 that are completely empty. And that's going to feel so good to be able to, you know, have this extra storage. So the first thing I'm doing is, you know, I sat down and kind of, oh, this many categories, and I printed those labels. And then I started separating my stamps and I'm like, oh, I didn't make enough labels. So I made categories like love. So anything that talks about love or Valentine's, travel, family. And then I'm doing fall, winter, summer, and spring. And I'm actually not going to put those in alphabetical order. I'm going to put those at the end just because if I'm looking for fallish things, when like, you know, like the weather, I want them to be in a specific place. So this is how it looks. And I didn't want to tip my iPad too much because the glare, right? So it's basically you just go and you double click on it, you choose your font, and you just type it in, and then you hit print, and the little square or the rectangle, it shows you where the word is going to print. So you can actually, like if one word is not centered, you could just touch it with your finger and center it and then hit print and then hit print. And you can get different colors of labels. I am glad that I just got the, you know, I got some with the printer and I haven't bought any new ones since, but you're going to see I'm going to end up having to make a lot of labels. So I probably almost used up my roll because I've been using it like crazy. What I'm doing too is for my digital files, I am putting, you know, from A to E and F to whatever on the cabinet. So then when I'm looking for a digital file, a folder, I know which one to open. Now I took some cardstock and I cut it in. I took the 8.5 by 11 and put the 11 inches on my cutter, and then I cut it at 2 inches, and I end up cutting 5 of them. Now I'm going to go through the whole thing, and then I think of something at the end. Oh, I should have done this. So then, you know, it ended up taking me probably an hour and 45 minutes to get this done. But now that this big step is done, every week now, we're going to take some stamp sets and we're going to divide them into these categories. Now, are these categories all going to end up in this one basket, or am I going to make the same categories for every basket? No. I just put everything in this container. Actually, it's a fridge bins. I got that at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it fits the stamp sets really nicely. Another thing is there was a few stamp sets in this that were not put in these envelopes. You know, I got those at Simon Says Stamps. I have quite a bit left, so I can rearrange the rest of my stamps. That's another organizing thing, right? I'm going to get the categories done. I'm going to get all the stamps that are already in these envelopes organized this way. And then maybe I'll end up with one container like this that just has the rest of my stamps that I haven't done this to it. And then maybe every week, part of my organizing will be that I need to get 5 or 10 stamps done in this manner and then put them in the baskets or the fridge bins. Now, what I'm going to do is also, because this fridge bin has a little lip, and I will put from A to F on the front of that and G to whatever, so that I'll know that, if I'm looking for home, oh, well, I'm not going to look in that bin. It's going to be in this bin. And it's just the perfect height because it's 8.5. So it's 2.5 inches taller than my stamps. So it really shows. I'm going to show you at the end how well it looks. Now, this is the point that I went, oh, I have a laminator. I could just laminate those things, like the little signs, so that they last longer, right? So now I had to, from the leftover paper that I had, I would write the category and it would serve as a placeholder because I didn't want to have to separate all my stamps again. So I would put some placeholders, bring those over, cut them apart, put them back, take the placeholders out, write the new categories, go through all this again. So I wish I would have remembered to do this at the beginning. Another thing I noticed too is much easier to put my sheet inside my paper thing here, so then it doesn't move around. I have a really old laminator. The newer laminators now, you don't need that paper. Mine, I've had it for 200 years. Not that long, but I've had it for 20 years, so it needs that. Another thing I noticed was it said it was on foil, not laminate. So it turned the first ones I did, it turned them completely black. So I had to reprint the little labels and put them back on. But then once I turned it to laminate, it did turn my sticker kind of a gray, but I kind of liked it because then it showed up against my sign. So I only had to put the stickers on the first few. Now I decided to throw in me journaling on some of my layouts. I've had several people say, yes, please, and could you please slow it down just a little bit so that we could see the layout. So it is slowed down a little bit. I think I did it times four. So, I don't journal that fast. Even that slower than what it's showing. I wish I could clean as fast as, because those I sped up times 8, and it would be awesome if I could do that in real life, speed up times 8, and then that way I could get stuff done a whole lot faster. But because I didn't do layouts in the last few Organize with Me, I didn't journal on any. Now I did take out my sheet and I did figure out how many I've journaled on and how many I've put away since I started this. I have 75 that I've journaled on and about 90 that I've put away, because sometimes I go through the piles and it's already journaled on and it's got the date. So I put it with this, or should I say with these piles, like every week I put at least 5 or 6 that I come across that are already journaled on, and I'm like, you know what? I can put those where they belong in an album, and then that way I'm getting way more put away than I journaled on. And some of these layouts, all I need to do is just put the date, because there's nothing to journal. Like this one here, it was a cute picture of Lexi and her mom, and we had gone to a wedding, and I knew it was in July, so I just put July 2023 because I couldn't remember the date. I could probably go on my phone and figure it out, but why do that, right? And a lot of these layouts I did either on Patreon or on some of my scrapathons. And so if you're interested in that, my Patreon link is in the description box below. Every month we have a challenge. Like for the month of October, it is gelatos. And for the month of September, it was tags. And we do layouts based on those themes or products, because a lot of times I find that a lot of products, if we don't make an effort to use them, then we don't get them used up. And this took me, I think it took me 19 minutes, and I counted after the fact. I had more than 10 because my goal is to do 10 layouts a week, which like I said, I have not been doing great. So you'll probably be seeing a whole lot more of me journaling on the layouts because I need to get these layouts journaled on and I need to get them into albums. So I was done all those and I'm like, ooh, is there any more in there that I can journal on? Because I actually have time to do a little bit more. And all of these, as I was looking at them, they already had the date on and they were already journaled on. So bonus for me. And then not that day, but another day, I did end up taking all those layouts and I ended up putting them in to the albums. And when I counted them, I had done 21 that day. And then when I put the stuff away, I actually put 35 layouts away. So that was a win. And then what I do is almost immediately I go and I get another stash from all the layouts that I need to journal on or put away. And I have a container right on that desk and I keep it right there so that if, this is where I do the coloring. So if at one point I finish coloring and I look at the time and I'm like, hey, I have 20 minutes, then I take the time and I journal on a few layouts. But that's it. That is going to complete this Organize with me. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.